Aloha and good day, friends and yogis and teachers. This is a special yoga class. If you're a teacher of any sort, you can do this class if you're not a teacher, but this is dedicated to the teachers. All the hard work that you've been doing the last year, just all the different circumstances. So today we have both our dogs in the house. We have Puppy Finn on the right here and Puka Dog on the left, both rescue dogs. And I'm Nicole Spirit, so please feel free to join us in a comfortable seated position. If you need a tea, if you need a glass of water, if you need a sip of wine maybe as a treat for your class when you're finished, maybe we can set aside something for our class so that it's like we've done something, we've given ourselves a gift, and then we get a little trick or treat at the end. So I'm going to ask you to just get comfortable. I've started with my favorite sweater on. It has my button, just breathe. As you can imagine, having a puppy, it's like being a teacher and having little kids running around. So I sympathize, whatever type of teacher you are, with any challenges you've had this year. So please just comfortably release your legs. We're gonna just make our way down to the mat. Get nice and rooted and comfortable. Lower yourself to the floor. And just once you arrive, let your feet splay open to the side. Let your palms face up. I brought my little book by Thich Nhat Hanh, How to Relax. And there's a part I wanted to read to you. So just take a couple of long, smooth, deep breaths. Notice what's been going on in your day. Whatever's going on in your life, I promise you can get back to it when this class is done. But just giving yourself a gift. This is my intention, a gift for you from my heart to yours for all of the hard work you've been doing. So please just go ahead and see if you can do a couple of minutes of deep breathing. We're gonna have a nice long, smooth inhale breath, what we call full yogic breathing. The belly rises at the beginning of the inhale. The diaphragm and ribs lift on the second part. And the third part, your lungs fill from bottom to top. And then you're gonna pause at the top of the breath, and then you're gonna gently exhale and get that nice, long, smooth depressurization through your whole chest and thorax, through your upper body, through your belly, and even a flush of energy down and out through your feet. So while you deep breathe, I will read this little beautiful passage called Relaxing in Nature. When you walk in the hills, in a park, or along a riverbank, you can follow your breathing. When you feel tired or irritated, you can lie down with your arms at your sides, allowing all your muscles to relax, maintaining awareness of just your breath and your smile. Relaxing in this way is wonderful and quite refreshing. You'll benefit a lot if you practice this several times a day. Your mindful breath and your smile will bring happiness to you and to those around you. There's nothing you could buy your loved ones that could give them as much true happiness as your gift of awareness, breathing, and smiling. And these precious gifts cost nothing. I can honestly say in this little book, How to Relax, that there's a passage on every page that is just extraordinarily simple and beautiful. So wherever you are right now, let's gently float into our heart, into our intention for the class, floating your awareness to your chest, the area that's known as the heart chakra, resonating with the colors of green and complementary colors of pink. And use your imagination to be in your garden of your heart now for a couple more breaths. I always giggle that there's no maintenance in this garden. Everything is just perfect already. And when you meditate and take a little time in your inner garden, it reflects in your external world as well. Good. One more breath, being in our garden, in our heart space, intending perhaps that we are like a beautiful flower. Our big body is this green stalk, and the top of our head is this beautiful flower that's blooming right now. Good. funny little images you can use with students as well. Let's start to float into our physical body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And then we're going to gently start to bring the knees up into the chest area. Hug your knees. This is wind release. This is really good to do if you have digestive problems. Do it in the morning, even before you get out of bed, just for like a minute. Bring your chin to your chest, relax your hands, and then circle the knees around. Go 3 times in one direction. This is like giving your spine and brain a massage from the inside out. Good. Come back to center. Notice your core ignites. And then start to go the other way. Get that spinal fluid bathing your spinal column and all around your brain, and just really keeping you feeling flexible in your body and your mind. Good. And when you're done 3 circles, come back to center. Let's gently bring the hands back onto the knees. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders, and just smoosh yourself into a little ball, putting some pressure on your belly area. One more breath. Big inhale. Soften your face. Big exhale. Good. Then we're going to release the head down. We're going to bring the feet to the floor, and we're going to gently lift the right leg up. Take your hands behind the right leg, point through your toes, and then relax your arms again. Circle the right leg around. Engage your powerhouse area, your tummy area. Bring your spine towards your low back. Don't let anything else in your body move. Just open up this yang side, the sunny side of your body, the more masculine and dominant aspect. Last circle, come back to center. Chin is towards the chest, point your toes, then go the other way. Bring in some energy at your hip socket. Things might get stuck there. Your hip relates to your shoulder, and we want to just move things around just in case you've had a totally different approach to teaching and you've had to change all your style and you're maybe not getting a good hip workout every day. All right, come back to center, point through your toes, just take a breath, and then we're going to gently lower that right foot down. Pause for a moment, notice that right side. Hopefully it feels a little more alive and awake, and then float your left foot up. You can take your hands behind your left thigh, hold the leg, point the toes, your knee can be bent, and then release your arms, glue your spine to the floor, and circle just your leg around. Nothing else moves. And maybe you find that little inner smile, you soften your face, you rise right out of your body and realize how ridiculous some of the things have been in this past year. And we're just going to smile and giggle and know that we're doing the best that we can, and that we came to earth to experience joy and love with humanity. And we're going through this crazy shift right now. Come back to center, pause. Imagine your toes are a pencil crayon and you're starting to draw bubbles around you. So go the other way. Again, engage your core. If you need more, you want this to be more challenging, release your right leg to the ground. Good. Soften right out of your face. Smile. Be above yourself. See yourself from a third perspective, looking down. Trying not to get overly attached or emotional about everything that goes on every day. Come back to center. Good. And then pause. Release your left leg down to the floor. Right leg as well, wherever it was. And then just be here for a moment. Feel your body. If you need a little sip of water or something, or you have a nice tea, or maybe even kombucha. Good. Let's bring the arms out to the sides now. We're going to do a lovely spinal twist. This feels really, really good. I want to do things that honor you and make you feel good. So right knee is going to draw in and up to the chest. Take your left hand up on that knee. Right arm is extended out to your side, shoulder level. And you're going to point your toes, big inhale breath, and then exhale, draw your knee to the left. Come over towards your rescue dog. Oh, so excited. The Hawaiian Islands did the biggest rescue in history, and they got 600 animals off of the islands last week so they can find homes and be distributed on the mainland. One more breath. Get into your spinal twist. If you want, you can look away from your knees, smile, soften through your entire spine, even down your toes. Maybe even use your imagination and brush a beautiful color into your body. Good, and then next breath, we're gonna gently float everything back to center. Use your nice left hand to guide your knee up. Your head comes to center, and then guide your right leg down. Hips come to center. Pause for a moment. Just notice how it feels to get a deep spinal twist in the body. And then what's called the rebound, just the feeling afterwards. Hopefully it feels really good. Let's do the other side. Left knee in and up. Take your right hand onto the left knee. Keep breathing. Big inhale to prepare, and then exhale, gently draw your knee across the body to the right this time. Come to as far as you can, as far as feels comfortable. Keep your left hand and shoulder rooted on the ground, and you can always look towards your left extended arm. Smile, find your inner smile. Smile into your liver. That's where we store anger and frustration, and we release charisma and vitality. One more breath. Wash your spine. Rinse it out. Give yourself a chance to let that stuff go. Everybody's had a pretty challenging year, I'm quite sure. Let's come back to center. Big inhale, breath, and then exhale, lower that left leg down. And then let's just find ourselves in this nice position, just lying here, feeling our body, enjoying the effects. We're gonna take our arms up now. We're gonna take our legs up, and we're gonna do what's called waterfall. Once your arms and legs are up, lift them through the limbs, through the hands and feet, and then exhale and drop them into the sockets of the shoulders and the hips. Let's just do one more breath here. Chin is tucked towards your chest, and feel your core, your powerhouse. This is your energy bank account. Feel it gaining extra energy so that when you feel stressed, you take 3 deep breaths and you don't explode. You don't freak out or get impatient. All right, let's release the knees down. Good. We're gonna bring our right knee in and up, straighten your left leg long, lift your head, lift both legs in and up, and then we come up to a seated position. Rock and roll to come up. Good, so finding a comfortable cross-legged position, it's called easy pose. And the thing that we're intending here is to find ease. All the things you've been doing, we want to find ease. Give you a little workout, but mostly just find an ease. Let's bring our sitting bones up and behind us. Find a nice tall spine, and we're going to do a little variation of spinal twist. They taught me, teach to learn. That was by Baba Hari Das. So I might teach you something that you've never done before. So this is just a variation. Right leg is going to straighten out long. Keep your breath going, and then on the next breath, big inhale over to the left. Take your body into a spinal twist. Drop your right hand onto the left knee. On your exhale, reach your left arm up by your head, and then gently tip to the right, tip towards your right foot. So this is super cool. You're getting a spinal twist and a lateral bend. You're squeezing into the liver. Remember, you're releasing frustration, jealousy, irritability, and we're replacing with feel-good energy like vibrancy and joy and charisma. One more breath. You might lift on the inhale, exhale to squeeze. Good, and then gently we're gonna come back up, release both arms down in front, and then switch your legs. Excellent. So finding a nice tall spine. If this is too much, bring your other foot or knee in, or just stay in a seated, easy pose. Good, so float your arms in front, big inhale, exhale, twist to the right this time. Drop your left hand on your right knee. Take your right arm up and over. On your exhale, gently reach over towards that left foot. This should feel super good. Now you're squeezing into the stomach and the spleen, and you're helping release worry and frustration and also nervous energy. Good, and we replace with good recreation because you have good ideas. When other things go wrong, good passionate ideas take over. Good. We're going to come back up to center. Gently release both arms down. Kick your legs out in front of you. Good. And we're going to do a forward fold. I call this pistachio nut pose. It's called Paschimottanasana. So that's the Sanskrit word. Bring your sitting bones behind you. I really love doing forward fold with my knees bent. People have this image of coming down all the way. And after doing yoga for 20 years, you still might not have that forward fold totally in that weird spot. So lift the arms up, sink your shoulders down, notice your spine. The tendency is to slouch. I want to teach people that the most attractive thing about you is how you hold yourself, how you breathe, and how you love yourself. Yes, big inhale, breath, lift. Exhale, bend the knees and gently lower your body forwards. Now, if your knees are bent, your hands might arrive on your toes. And if you can, I want you to press in the center of your big toe mound. And you're giving yourself foot reflexology to release the tension that is in the center of the brain. This releases oxytocin, actually. It releases feel-good chemicals by stimulating the pituitary gland. And this is from my 20-year experience as a foot reflexology practitioner and teacher. One more breath. If you're feeling like you want to straighten one leg and see how that feels at a time, that's totally available. I just don't want you to crash through your head. I want you to reach your heart forwards with courage. Good. Come back up now. Big inhale, breath, straighten the knees. Give them a little shake. Give them a little shake. Good, and then we're going to bring our legs underneath us and we're going to come into a little squatting position. This position is also super, super good for digestion. So get your feet up, you're on the balls of your feet, your fingers are down, and we're just going to do 11 frog squats just to bring some fast moving, extra cool energy into our brain. So we inhale, we lift up, the head comes down, and then we exhale, rapidly kind of sit. So inhale up, exhale down. And we're just going to do 11. Last 3, 2, and 1. Yes, it's challenging, but it feels good. One day you'll be able to do 100 frog squats. Or not, doesn't matter. All right, let's gently start to bring the back side of the body up, bring your feet parallel, let yourself hang. This is the best thing you can do for yourself today, is get your head below your heart. Again, knees very bent. Let your belly hang on your thighs. Your head is below the heart, and you're getting all kinds of endorphins and feel-good energy into your brain. Good, your feet can be as wide as hip width apart. You can take your hands and clasp your hands behind your knees. And another option is clasp your hands at your low back. Last option is bring your arms up and overhead. Good. Big inhale, breath. Exhale. Release your arms. Slowly start to come up to standing. Good. And we're going to arrive upright in Tadasana, mountain pose. So let's take a moment, just get your feet grounded and rooted. Lift your toes from the outside in. Keep your breath going. Find that serenity of a beautiful mountain. Your bottom half is earth, you're rooted and grounded. And then your top half is like the clouds, the heavens, connecting to the divine. One more breath here. Good. And we're going to try, in honor of my flamingo pants, flamingo pose. This is a good one to teach kids too. If you're doing some kids yoga, you might translate some of these moves just to some of your kiddos. All right, right leg floats up and you're going to take hold of your foot. So this is the first position. You can hang out here, push your thigh down. You can do this so there's a wall next to you. You can just put your hand against a wall. Good, and if it's available, we're going to lift that left arm up, full flamingo pose. This is how we prep for dancer pose, but we're just going to do this one today. It feels really nice. One more breath. Elongate that thigh, push your knee down, lift through this area of the thigh, up in the hip socket. Good, and then gently lower down with grace and ease, both sides. Let's do the right leg standing, left foot floats up. Look at something not moving. That's going to help you maintain your balance, especially when you're in this type of pose where you're balancing. All right, so same thing. Hold onto a wall or just put your right hand somewhere where you can balance, even on a chair. If it's available, push down through that knee, open up the front of that hamstring muscle, and then we're going to take quad muscle, and then we're going to take that right arm up and over. Big inhale breath and just be a flamingo for one more breath. Focus your drishti, your concentration on a non-moving object. Smile, good. And then release that left leg down. Release your arm down, and then we're gonna do 2 standing poses. We're gonna go from warrior 2 to warrior 1 on both sides. So step your legs, one leg long. The reason we wanna do warrior poses is because you need to have the fighting spirit of a warrior to be a teacher. Right leg turns out, and I'm not laughing, I'm laughing with you. It's so hard these times because you're not supported enough, and I'm here to support you with free online at-home yoga. So left foot is your standing foot, right leg is extended out, arms reach out by your sides. We're gonna look out towards our right extended arm. Big inhale breath, engage that belly area, and exhale and bend that front knee. Make sure your shoulders aren't up, you're looking out past your front extended fingers, and you've got this resolve. I'm strong, you can say it, I'm powerful. I'm going to do this lifetime, I'm gonna do it. Good, and then what we're gonna do is gently bring our back foot in, turn your back foot in, and bring your left arm to your front arm, and we're gonna bring our hands to prayer at the heart. You can adjust your back foot in a 45-degree angle. Big inhale breath, now you're in warrior 1. Try to engage the core no matter what you're doing. That's gonna help you with your powerhouse, your flower of life energy through the 3rd chakra, your solar plexus. Let's hang out here one more breath. Your shoulders and your hips are facing that front right knee. And last variation, maybe you bring your arms up. Maybe you take temple mudra, last 3 fingers interlaced, thumb and index pointing up. Good, then we're gonna inhale, start to straighten that front knee, lower both arms down, and turn to face the front again, both feet facing forwards. Excellent. Find your breath. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2 on the left now. Left foot turns out, arms reach out to the sides, zip up through the middle, find that resilience in your powerhouse. Remember, your posture, your self-love, and how you breathe are the most attractive features you have. And they're things you can control. One breath here, and then exhale, sink that knee down, make sure it doesn't go past your ankle. Project out your front arm, out your left fingers, sink your shoulders down. Palms can be up for a variation, and find that strength from the middle of your body. Last breath here, warrior 2, and then we're gonna gently stay with this arm forwards. Take your right arm, bring it towards your left. Adjust your back foot. You can be in a lunge or on a 45-degree angle through the foot, and you can bring your hands together through the heart. So take that right hip as much as you can, and you face both hips in one direction. One more breath here. Hands at the heart, arms overhead, clasping your hands, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana. And just breathe. What do you do under any situation of stress? Just breathe. Inhale, straighten the leg, drop your arms out to the sides, turn your left foot back in, and there we are in this perfect position for wide leg forward fold. Most important position because we bathe our brain with feel-good energy. So inhale and exhale. Your hands can come onto the shoulders. Your hands can come onto the 2 cutest dogs in front of you, or cats, or whatever. They're cooperating today. This little monkey just had his 6-month birthday yesterday. So wherever you feel comfortable, bring your feet as wide apart as you like. Engage your navel to your back, and then bring your hands out in front, like you're doing downward dog, hands under your shoulders. Your head is below your heart. This is the most important part of this whole thing. You're bathing your brain with feel-good chemicals that you make from the inside out. You can stay here. Your head can be on a block. If you feel like it, we can do one final variation here and do a spinal twist. Right hand under the center of your chest. Left arm reaches up and over. Use an exhale breath to come into your nice spinal twist here. This should feel incredible. If it doesn't, back off. We learned an important word today, ahimsa, which means non-harming in your thoughts and your actions. Good, next breath, we're gonna exhale, release that arm down. Replace your hands, your left hand right under your sternum. Then on an inhale, bring the arm up. On an exhale, come into your full twist to the right. You can wiggle your fingers. If it's too much, you can leave your hand on your hip. If it's too much even, then just stay in forward fold. You can have your knees bent. Try little variations. Remember, we're all different, and this is intended to be yoga for everybody. Next breath, we bring that right arm down. Good, and then we're gonna gently bend the knees. We're gonna roll up and bring our body all the way up to standing. Excellent. Something you can do to keep your bones really strong, walk your feet together and then jump up and down just 2 or 3 times. This shocks your bones. If you're too old to do this, that's okay, but maybe try a little jog on the spot. And don't worry, you have a treat for yourself at the end of class. Your tea, your water, your vino, your pivo. All right, and then we're gonna make our way down to the floor. Good, arriving slowly onto your hands and your knees. We're gonna do one last thing that really helps release the neck and the shoulders, and this is called thread the needle. Find your breath, take your right hand, thread it underneath your left armpit, and gently bring your head and shoulder to the floor. Good. You can reach your left arm in front of you. You can just leave that left hand there, and if it's available, another variation is to draw that left arm up. Good. Last variation, maybe you bend at the elbow, but please take something comfortable. Think about the text neck, think about how we look at our devices a lot more than usual, and we just want to breathe into the neck and the shoulders, making any little adjustments so that we feel super yummy here, super good. Good, and then we're going to release that pose now. Push your left hand into the ground, release, bring yourself back up onto all fours, and then we'll go the other way. Get the hair out of your mouth too. Take your left hand, I always wiggle my fingers, remember, yep, that's my left side. Big breath, inhale, and then exhale. Twist your whole body over to the left as you bring your head and neck down, your hips stay up. And as a variation, you might reach your right arm straight in front of you. Make sure there's no pressure. That's inappropriate. You want to feel a gentle stretch in your neck here. They say if we look at a phone for 5 years, we get 1,700 pounds of pressure on our neck just by checking our phone all day, or however many times, or just staring at it. Yeah, let's release now. One more breath. Big inhale, exhale, push that right hand into the floor, push the ground away, and arrive on all fours. Good, so we're gonna release down to the floor wherever your nice sweater is, wherever your candle is. Let's get nice and cozy for a couple of minutes of meditation. If you don't feel like it today, you can always finish off here. If you want to do a couple of minutes of meditation, go ahead and put your sweater on or something cozy. Maybe you put socks on. Maybe you cover with a blanket and roll down onto the mat. Roll yourself down. And we're going to arrive in a nice, beautiful corpse pose, Shavasana. So take a moment to either cover yourself up. Maybe you're smart and you have something that you can put right over your eyes. And it's so nice to just soothe your eyes for a couple of moments and find your breath. Most workouts we do, they actually take away energy from us. If we're going for a really hard run, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with any of that. But this yoga is meant to give you back something. So take a few deep breaths. We know from our science classes that we experience fight or flight when we're in stress mode, but we also experience freeze. And the most common part to freeze is the breath. So use your beautiful visualization, your power to control your breath, and gently just elongate the inhale, elongate the exhale. And we're going to do a very short, beautiful little meditation to cleanse your body, purify your 5 elements. And this is said to be the practice that the immortal yogis would do. So the first breath, we'll just imagine purifying our earth element, our body. Take a few deep breaths. Smile into every cell in your body. Then we're going to think about our air element, our breathing. Breathe in pure, fresh air around you. I am loving kindness. Exhale, release, let go. Find the flow. Remember you're mostly water. Don't try to swim against the current. The other thing I love about water is that saying, Om Mani Padme Hum. It means no mud, no flowers. So we need the muddy waters. We need the dark and distressing times. Good, next couple breaths, let's think about our water element. So just that beautiful space where we're flowing. So we've done earth, we've done air. Sharing the air, sharing the breath. Aloha. Ha is the breath of life. How we share the breath is how we breathe. Imagine your water is flowing. And then we imagine fire element. If you have a candle close by, go ahead and light it after the class, or maybe you already have it going now. And just be with that gentle flame whenever you need a fire bath. And don't burn yourself, but cleanse yourself. It's the most important element. Think about how we used to cook with fire and how we used to heat our homes with fire. And now we don't see it anymore, and it's so magical. It can literally transform your soul just by looking at a fire or a flame for a couple of minutes. And then our last element we're purifying in our meditation. Take a few deep breaths to purify your spirit element. And in sacred geometry, the spirit element is the shape of the soccer ball, the dodecahedron. Everything has a spirit. Everything has a spirit. Even the earth is said to have a spirit, and her spiritual name is Gaia. So have you connected to thanking Gaia, the spirit of the earth, for being here, for being you and being able to connect with your joy and your life and your livelihood. My wish for you is a very Buddhist wish, that you have good health and good happiness. And I wish this for the whole world. I wish it in myself and then everyone else. So a little review of your 5 elements that you purify every day. Earth element, air element, water, fire, and spirit. So let's take a couple of moments now. Know that you are greatly loved. Know that you can come into the garden of your heart and meditate, even 3 deep breaths, especially if you find yourself freezing your breath. Notice if that's a pattern, and it's okay, most of us do. Just breathe. Just be you. Good. Imagine you're going to have an amazing rest of your day. If you're already done your day, you're going to have a wonderful, restful sleep tonight. Know you're making a huge difference on this earth. You are part of the Teachers Guild that came here to teach everybody. And there's new things that we're learning, so the teachers have to learn this too. It is my great honor to share this time with you. Thank you so, so much for choosing this video. I really appreciate all of your energy. Thank you for allowing me to be your teacher, perhaps during your cocoon phase of your butterfly transformation. I see your butterfly, and I so appreciate you. Let's bring the hands up to the third eye. Palms together. Another option is hands at the heart, wherever your hands
feel like they want to go today. And we dedicate the merits of our practice to all teachers and all sentient beings. May we all dwell together with great fruitfulness and harmony. May we relieve any suffering. The light in me greatly honors and sees the light in you. Namaste.